Hello everyone, my name is Shona and today I will be your tutor and we are going to learn about save options in Photoshop. So let's get started.
Let's move on to the next one, which would be sharing, which is it's basically the saving and exporting option. So let me make this bigger. So under Procreate, you'll see share image, Procreate, PSD, PDF, JPEG, PNG, and TIFF. Share layers, same option, except you have animated GIFs, animated PNG, animated MP4, animated. I believe this is for the page assist because you can actually add like more options to make kind of like a PDF in Procreate. That's why you have the option there. But typically you'd be more familiar with the top part here. Now, when you want to export from Procreate and take it into Photoshop or into Clip Studio, I would advise you to use the PSD because it is because Photoshop is industry standard. This is at the moment it is universal. And so if you save it as a PSD, it might be a little bit weird when you open it into Photoshop, but this is typically the one you want. You can use PNG, but then you run into the problem of not really having editable layers, and you're gonna have to, clean up everything, and that's kind of gets a little bit tedious over time. The same thing for JPEG. You can try with the PDF, but that's typically for like multiple layers as a PDF, and so I would just recommend just sticking with the PSD. If you just want an image and only an image, you can save it like this and save it like this. Either one of these two will work. TIFF is a special example that I would use for like 3D objects or something like that, but typically it's either this one or these guys here. Okay, so let's see where you can have these options in Photoshop. So under File, you can either do Save As. Newer Photoshops will say Save a Copy As. So I'll show this again. Save on your computer. You can save here. It's gonna go save to my pictures, and you see it says PSD automatically. But if you click this button, this Save As Type down here, if you scroll all the way down, you see all these different options. You see JPEG, you see Photoshop PDF, PNG, and you see TIFF and Targa. Typically you would use these for Maya or any other 3D application. Usually you see EXR, but I don't see it. But save as a copy, have editable layers. It's wonderful. That's how you want to save it. The other option, you can also use export as, or paths to Illustrator. This will actually open Illustrator and send it to Illustrator for you, so you don't have to reopen it again. You can render the video. So this is for when you've made an animation, you'll tell Photoshop to render that animation that you just made on the timeline, and this is where it will go. That's the option you're going to pick. Layers to files, same thing. You're going to take those layers and make them into files, and I believe you have the option to give it a extension at the end, what type of file you want to save it as. So if you go export as, there we go. So you see the format here sets to PNG. I can save it to JPEG. I can save it as a GIF or GIF. I'm going with GIF because there's a G. It's a GIF. And another option of SVG, but obviously I don't want to save this, so I'm not going to. I'm not sure if in the newer Photoshops if they have the EXR option. I believe they do, because it allows transparency, so you can have that option there. Cancel and generate image asset, share on Behance. No. And you can just save it as well. So this is where you would have all these little options will be the little button here. Okay.
I hope you could follow along. The next topic will be about preferences and keyboard shortcuts in Photoshop. I hope it helps. See you on the next one. Bye.